It won't hit her right away. No, at first, she'll think she made the right decision. She'll tell herself she needed space, freedom, a break from the comfort you gave her every day. She'll convince herself that you were just another chapter, another name in her story. But chapters don't rewrite themselves, and stories don't move forward when the best part is already behind them. At first, she'll feel fine. She'll distract herself with the noise of new experiences, new people, and the illusion of independence. She'll laugh louder, post more, pretend the void isn't there. But deep down, beneath the surface of her denial, something will start to crack. It always does. Because one day, she'll wake up and realize that no one else looks at her the way you did. No one else listens the way you listened, or cares the way you cared. She'll remember how you stayed up late, not because you had to, but because you wanted to be there for her. How you showed up, time and time again, when the world let her down. She'll miss the silence between you, the kind of silence that wasn't awkward, but comforting, the kind that made her feel safe, seen, understood. And then it'll hit her. The safety she thought was boring was actually priceless. The comfort she took for granted was a rare treasure. That's when she'll start missing you. She'll miss you when she realizes the attention she's getting from others is shallow, fleeting, and hollow compared to what you gave her. She'll miss you when she finds herself in a crowded room but feels utterly alone because none of them make her feel like you did. She'll miss the way your presence was a grounding force in her chaos. The way your words didn't just fill space but carried weight, meaning, and intention. The way you loved her without needing her to change, but simply for who she was. But by then, it'll be too late. You'll be gone, not just physically, but emotionally, mentally, spiritually. You'll have moved on, not out of malice, but because you understood something she didn't, your value. You won't be waiting for her realization, for her epiphany, for her regret, because you've grown stronger. You've built a life that doesn't revolve around someone who didn't know how to value what you brought to the table. And here's the irony. She'll miss you most when you're no longer there to notice it. When she scrolls through old photos, and her heart tightens because she knows those moments can't be relived. When she stumbles across the things you gave her, little reminders of the effort, care, and thought you put into every part of her life. She'll miss you when her pride stops shielding her from the truth she's too afraid to admit. She messed up. And the worst part, she won't be able to do anything about it, because you'll be gone. You'll have realized that love is not about waiting for someone to see your worth. It's about knowing your worth and refusing to settle for less. So let her miss you. Let her regret. Let her wake up one day and finally understand the depth of what she lost. Because you're not her fallback, her second choice, or her safety net. You're the one thing she didn't know how to hold on to. And now, you're the one thing she can never have again. She'll start to miss you more when she realizes that no one else will ever put up with her storms the way you did. You were the calm in her chaos, the one who stood firm while she threw her tempests at you. You didn't run when things got hard, didn't flinch when she lashed out, didn't abandon her when she pushed you away. But now, when she looks around, she'll see only people who care about her on their terms, when it's convenient, when it suits them, when it benefits them. She'll see how conditional their love is, how shallow their understanding is, and she'll feel the void where you used to be. She'll miss you when the silence grows louder, when she lays awake at night, replaying the moments she took for granted, the little gestures you made that seemed insignificant at the time, like the way you always asked if she got home safe, or how you remembered the smallest details about her favorite things. Those memories will haunt her, not because they are gone, but because they are irreplaceable. She'll start missing you more when she realizes that people don't give second chances like you did. You forgave her mistakes, her moods, her moments of selfishness, because you saw the good in her. But now she'll face a world that doesn't care about excuses, a world that won't bend or break for her the way you did. And then it'll sink in. She didn't just lose you. She lost someone who genuinely believed in her, even when she couldn't believe in herself. But by the time she pieces all of this together, you'll have become someone she doesn't recognize anymore. Not because you've changed for the worse, but because you've grown into someone she can no longer reach. You'll be stronger, sharper, and wiser. You'll have built a life filled with people who see your value, who appreciate your kindness, and who would never take you for granted. And she'll be left with the echoes of what could have been. She'll start missing you more when she realizes how many times you chose her over yourself. The times you sacrificed your comfort, your peace, your happiness, just to see her smile. She'll remember how selfless you were, how deeply you cared. And it'll sting because she knows she never gave you the same in return. And when she starts missing you, it won't be because of loneliness alone. It'll be because she finally understands the weight of what you carried for her, the love you poured into her life, and the emptiness that remains now that you're gone. She'll try to fill that emptiness with distractions, new people, new experiences, new stories to drown out the guilt and regret. But nothing will measure up. Nothing will feel as real, as genuine, as steady as the love you gave her. And the cruel irony, you won't be there to witness her regret. You won't be there to see the tears she hides from the world, the late-night moments when she clutches her pillow and wishes she could take it all back. Because you've moved on. You've chosen yourself. And the lesson she'll learn, the one she'll carry for the rest of her life, is that some people don't get second chances. Some losses are permanent. Let her miss you. Let her regret. Let her come face to face with the consequences of her choices. Because now you're the one thing she'll think about but can never have again. She'll miss you the most when she realizes that the love you gave her was the type people search for their entire lives. She'll miss you when she sees that you weren't just another chapter in her story. You were the foundation of a better life she didn't know how to build. But by the time she pieces it all together, you'll be long gone. Not because you stopped caring, but because you started caring about yourself more. You'll have grown into the person she always wanted but never deserved. And she'll be left with the weight of knowing you'll never return. So, let her miss you. Let her carry the regret. Let her look for you in every face, every moment, and every fleeting chance at happiness. Because you've moved on. And now, she's only left with what she lost. Someone irreplaceable.